So I just got out of the theaters watching The Departed, a film that has returned to theaters. My second favorite film of all time, a film that I love. Let's talk about this experience. All right, so I saw this on Monday in the morning at like 10:45. And I'm not saying this theater's packed, but it was still half full. And this is a re-release of a film from 2007, so it's not like it's that old. But this just goes to show how good this film is when you can still fill half of the theater on a Monday morning, just a random Monday morning. I've said that this film it just holds such a special place in my heart. There's a lot of factors into it. Number one has to be the story. Of all the stories Martin Scorsese has ever told, this is by far, in my opinion, as far as his originals go, his best. He crafted a world that's just so enthralling and entrancing, and I love the idea that you're following both of these groups and not just one, and following the mystery from one angle. No, you get to follow the journey from both sides, both this mob and both the Boston State Police Department. I think that he was very clever for telling the story in that manner, and it creates just such a very interesting and unique film that, honestly, I don't think we've gotten in a long, long time. Let's talk about the acting really quickly, because obviously the stars of this film are DiCaprio and Matt Damon, who are both moles in their own respective terms. Obviously, Damon being a mole for the mob infiltrating the police department, DiCaprio being a police department trying to infiltrate the mob, and Jack Nicholson playing the mob boss. But these two specifically, they're the leads of the story. It's their movie, and they both work well together. And they Damon specifically just showing different sides of his acting, while at the same time you could totally see it like in past performances how he would have gotten this role, like why Scorsese would have picked him. It's still very different from anything Matt Damon really ever does, though. And that's what I really appreciate about this film, is that he gets to kind of play against type. And then this is the first movie, at least for me, when it comes to DiCaprio. You know, he great in Catch Me If You Can. Great in Titanic, and who's he gonna go over? Great, Aviator. He's done numerous films and he's great in all of them. This is the first film that I've seen him in which there's just such a range of emotion, and it's just such a well done acting piece. Costigan is a very emotional character, and I love it. Jack Nicholson isn't doing anything new here, but you don't have to. He's so perfect in the role, and I love every second of it. But we're talking about like Scorsese here, and cinematography. It's just a beautifully shot film, written. It's a very beautifully written film. You can follow it very easily, and there is no reason that this film is as good as it is. It's perfect, and I love it. If you want to hear more of my thoughts about films like The Departed, you can check out our podcast on Sunday.